In this video, I will show you the 7 best ways to do lettering with embroidery machines. So let's get started. Hi, I'm Darcy from Zdigitizing. Before we continue, guys, please make sure to subscribe to this channel for any upcoming videos. It is not only through frames or colors that outstanding work can be illustrated. You can improve your artwork through letters, as they can add meaning and make the artwork more unique and delightful. Sticking is a technique that gives meaning and clarity to messages. It makes it more unique and efficiently communicates itself. Embroidery would certainly have a positive influence as far as clothing, handkerchiefs, monograms, and quotes are concerned. Therefore, embroidery makes them perfect items or thank you gifts. What if you don't have a proper sticking machine, but you want to try sticking? Or are you interested, but you want your skills improved? This video is aimed at helping you solve the sewing machine problem. 7 best lettering techniques that you can use in your embroidery work. Number 1, chain stitch. This stitching emphasizes bold styles and can be easily used for bold types. This stitch can be used when stitching quotation marks or remarks in the slogan, as it gives to your lettering the feeling of completeness, accuracy, and a bi-dimensional appearance. Number 2, stem stitch. The stem stitch is thinner than the chain stitch and is an outstanding calligraphy font technique. It looks clean, complete, and compatible with the sticking. Imagine a rope being letters, and this technique of embroidery works in this way. Number 3, back stitch. The back and interior stitches are for non-cursive font uses. This method can also be used to emphasize letter edges, especially when creating larger fonts. However, it can look very thin and look like a straight stitch if you use the stitch as the label itself. It is appropriate for thin fonts depending on your style. Number 4, split stitch. The letters look knitted in this stitch. Trying lettering of the style of curved and soft calligraphy is a good method. The stitched letters appear neat and clear, dense and tight. It can also be used in conjunction with a different color stitch so that the bright, fading tone of letters is reflected. Number 5, running stitch. The simplest technical style you can apply is continuous stitching. It practically helps to smooth the letters because it leaves gaps between stitches. The decor is appropriate for infants and children. In addition to these 5 techniques, there are 2 more embroidery patterns that you can use in your embroidery work. Number 6, satin stitch. Padded satin stitch gives a dimensional look to letters. To do so, first stitch the letters on the back and then pack the small straight points or satin on the back of the stitch. This gives the letter a full-size dimension and emphasizes the letter. If you have thicker letters, define the design with reverse stitches and add chain stitches to the design. Do this after the satin stitching. Do not use too thick of lines, backstitch and chain stitch, for the initial fill. The details cannot be refined. Sew a tiny back piece when you hit the corner. Number 7, herringbone stitch. Stitches of herringbones are processed between 2 parallel lines, imaginary lines or drawn lines. Along the lines, there is a variety of crossing diagonal stitches. Make sure that the stitches are put close together when the pattern is filled with herringbone stitches. Herringbone stitch is perfect for floral designs and patterns on the edges. You can use it as a very attractive and adequate filling stitch. How can you embroider letters on an embroidery sewing machine? The sewing machine has several functions that allow users to execute monogram and embroidery projects for towels, pillowcases, and clothing. This is how the sewing machine generates a stick pattern. The following things are needed before you begin embroidery: your fabric, a stabilizer, sharp sewing machine needle, machine embroidery thread, design files on a flash drive, a threaded bobbin. The steps are described as follows. Number 1, first a template is needed. Number 2, there must be some creativity. Number 3, now create the fabric where the design is to be cut. Number 4, make sure the letters or design is measured to match the area. Number 5, place the pattern on the material and carry the material to the sewing machine with a ruler. Number 6, now you can stitch a sheet of paper on the cloth, but make sure that you use embroidery needles. Number 7, start stitching the first letter's edges. Number 8, remember that if you continue sewing, you can move the hoop. Number 9, the thin dotted line that the needle creates makes tearing the paper smoother. Number 10, to prevent uneven fillings, sew but do not pull the fabric. Conclusion. You can design embroidery letters with an embroidery machine as well as without an embroidery machine. You can complete the job with a good old sewing machine. However, you must learn and master the above techniques so that a successful finished product is usable. It might be appropriate to alter and make some changes for your letter embroidery depending on the purpose of your machine. Have fun and be patient. Do you need a digitizing service for your embroidery machine with super fast turnaround and excellent quality? Just click the link below and get a free quote in less than 5 minutes. Or watch our video, 5 best free embroidery software. Hope it will be helpful for you guys. If there's any questions related to this video, you can simply ask in the comment section. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And finally, thanks for watching.